Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Losing Lenny and Titan really is probably gonna hurt my enjoyment. I'm not gonna lie. But with that said, hello everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to one of our weekly Takt op.Destiny discussion videos. Today we're here to talk all about episode 4. Let the performance begin. Showtime! But before we get to the video proper, a quick reminder if you haven't done so yet to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, set notifications to all, let all of AnyTube know that you're here, and without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And like I said, I'm not going to lie, I am already feeling the absence of Titan and Lenny. Right from the beginning of the episode, they remind you just how great Titan is. I'm not going to lie, Titan as a music art, I just enjoy more. I'm not going to lie, I feel bad saying that, but Titan is just way more fun. I feel like Titan is essentially just better Destiny, which makes sense. Titan and Lenny have been, you know, a music art and conductor for a lot longer than Destiny and Takt have been, right? So I get it, it makes sense, but I'm still kind of sad. I'm still a little upset to see Titan and Lenny go, because essentially the episode ends with this episode is essentially the swan song for Titan and Lenny for the time being. I don't think they're out of the show completely. That seems like that would be a bit of a stretch to me. I can't really see that, but they are going to be leaving for the time being. And it hurts because Titan is essentially a way better shot than Destiny, is a lot more fun, and I feel bad saying this because I like Destiny, but kind of less dumb. Like I know Destiny like just woke up, but still it's like, I don't know. Augie, you understand, don't you? You understand why my pain is so... Because Titan's also a much more fun design. Like, I love Destiny's design, but I also love Titan's design. And Lenny's design is a lot more fun than Takt's, if I'm being honest, right? Like, Titan and Lenny, if they get a spin-off, I would watch that. I would watch the Titan and Lenny spin-off, because they're just so much more, they're just so much more fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, they're, like, what they're up to is way more interesting to me, where it's like, oh, they're, like, trying to figure out the underground, like, Las Vegas thing, and they're trying to figure out, like, who Mr. Lang was working with, like, in the Symphonia, or the Symphonica, whatever they're called. Like, they're trying to figure out which of their organization members was, like, in on this little, like, not conspiracy, but, like, in on this little, like, underground Las Vegas ring. The whole thing is much more interesting, and Lenny is just great. Like, I just adore Lenny and Titan, and it sucks because I wish they were still gonna be around. But that said, you know, the show's called Takt op.Destiny. It's about it, like, and I keep saying OP, it's op, but like, it's about Takt and Destiny. It's not about Lenny and Titan, and we like Takt and Destiny, right? We stand Takt and Destiny around these parts, don't we? I almost called them Lenny, don't we, Augie? We do. So, it's fine, right? Like, it's just, I might be a little sad, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little sad. I'm gonna miss them a little bit. But I will say, this episode as a whole, really strong. I liked seeing, like, the Las Vegas setting, because again, it's not the Las Vegas like you're thinking it is. It still is under the surface, but it's not what you think. Like, when you get there, it's like farmland and stuff. Like, it's not remotely the Las Vegas that we have come to know. Like, usually when we see Las Vegas in fiction, right? Whether that's anime, live action stuff, like novels, whatever, right? Like, Las Vegas is always going to be depicted as, like, neon drenched sin and tragedy, right? Like Las Vegas is always going to be sin and debauchery, right? Like, that's Las Vegas. Las Vegas is all about the neon lights, the casinos, like the chaos, right? Like, Las Vegas is almost like a mini, like, world in and of itself in the middle of the States, right? Like, it's just this, like, place that feels like it stands apart from other cities, right? And yet here, it's just some farming district, right? Because the D2s wiped out the casinos, took them to prom, dropped them off, didn't even pay. Just the D2s completely demolished what was left of Las Vegas when they attacked. So suddenly, all of the residents needed something to do, right? They needed some way to keep surviving, so the best way to do that was essentially to just start farming off the land. which they did, which is interesting to me because I thought it was in the middle of Nevada. I didn't know you could farm in Nevada. Mind you, I don't know anything about Nevada, so shows how much I know. But yeah, Las Vegas becoming a farming district I thought was really interesting. And they farm corn, which they give to the gang later on. Because we meet like people that Lenny saved, which is a really clever way to sort of like show that Lenny has like connections. Like Lenny and Titan know people and have connections and have saved several people like all over the states. I think it's really clever to work that in. The fact that like we know that Lenny, like we're told that Lenny is this like really badass conductor, right? Like him and Titan are a badass conductor music art duo. But seeing this person who they saved, I can't super remember their name, but seeing this couple they saved, right? That shows you just like the extent to what they can do, right? Like Lenny has saved these people and they're not even from Las Vegas. They're from like somewhere else. And yet they bumped into them here. Like it just shows like the extent of how far Lenny and Titan have traveled across the states and how many people they've saved, that they can just find people at random. You know, it's really cool. And I'm again gonna miss them something terrible. I wish they stuck around because like again, like one of the things about Destiny that I used to like but is now kind of getting on my nerves a little bit is the fact that she just like steamrolls through people's walls, and it's like, my girl, I'ma really need you to not do that. But even then, when we do the flash forward, she's still just doing that shit. So it's like, I really need us to stop destroying public property. You know what I mean? Like, it's because it's like you're supposed to save people's stuff, not destroy it on the way to destroy the D2s. Because if you just start destroying just the D2s and you destroy people's properties, just everything's gone. So like, what's even the point, right? Like, it's, I don't know. Like, it's that plus just like Lenny and Titan. It seemed like we're gonna have like a fun, cool like espionage adventure, and then Destiny's like, no. Like, it just like shows up and ruins the fun, right? Just like, I'm gonna stop the gambling fun, and it's like, I just wanted a fun Las Vegas adventure with Lenny and Titan, and that is not what I received. That's it. Like, it's just like that. That's all. Because like it was cool seeing Lenny like teach, you know, because like we keep seeing that like, oh, Lenny's teaching Takt and Destiny, right? But like we don't get to see it until like the tail end, and it's cool, right? Because like essentially Lenny's just like, all right, here's the lesson: you have to take down this D2 in 2 shots. And so like they're like, what? That's that like, and of course like Destiny's like, I could do it in 1 shot, and right away Takt's like, if you don't shut up, right? So Takt tells her like, okay, you have to listen to me, right? So Destiny for once starts to listen to Titan starts to listen to Takt, and Takt's like, hit the leg, right? And so Destiny, boom, hits the leg, and then the thing slides right in front. She's like, gotcha, boom, like right in the head. 2 shots, right? Hit the leg, then you can take out, if you're using a gun and you hit the leg, you're gonna take out the D2 pretty quickly, right? Second one was take out the D2 with your sword alone. So it's like, okay, so if you don't have access to the gun for whatever reason, right? You got the sword in hand. How do you take out a D2? You wait for the shell to move so that there's an opening, and you stab into the opening, right? Because that's what like Takt like flips Destiny up and then brings her down, and then bam, like stabs right into her, or right into the D2. And then the next part was just, okay, use what I just taught you, take down this D2. And Destiny and Takt, to their credit, take down the D2 pretty easy. And it's this cool moment where like Destiny steps on it, it turns to dust, and she falls down in front of Takt, and she's like bowing to Takt and like looks up, and they look at each other, and it's this moment of like, finally, like they found their harmony. Only took 4 episodes, but they did it. Now mind you, we see them already in harmony by the time we get to episode 1, so it's more like 3, but you know what I mean, right? Like, it's cool to see them finally be like, okay, like we found our rhythm, we found our harmony, now it's off to the races, let's get to New York, right? But unfortunately, to get to New York, we gotta leave Lenny and Titan, and it just kills me. Like, just like, Augie, why can't we just keep them, ignore the pajamas? Like, why? I just want to keep Lenny and Titan. Like, I don't think it's the end of their time on the show, but like, man, Lenny and Titan, don't be gone forever. That's probably gonna be like the thumbnail or the title or something. Please don't go. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I don't know. I love them to pieces, and I hope we get to see them again soon. That's it. That's my thoughts. That's everything. Also, we're doing this webcam thing if you missed the last video. But yeah, anyway, outro. And that's gonna do it for today's video, everybody. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AniTube know that you're here. And of course, before we go, as always, I have to give a big thank you to my wonderful masters who help support this endeavor. And of course, I want to give a special thank you to the Masters of Masters who help support us just that little bit more. And I have to give a big thank you to Izevi, Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking wonderful. I appreciate it. And if you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of these videos, or you want to see your name scrolling past the screen, go ahead and check out the link in the description to our Patreon page, or you can hit that join button right beside the sub button. And that also gets you a badge next to your name as well in the comments if you want people to know how cool you are. But yeah, I'd sincerely appreciate it. It is a great way to help this channel and keep videos coming out. I really appreciate it, everyone. And that is it for me. So you guys take care of yourselves, and of course, do clean your room. It's filthy.